Going on, everyone? Wait for some people to come in. It's not post game yet, but it's pretty close. And I'm finally getting fed up with some Napier's weird play calling in the most critical spots in the game. This is not going to be one of my what is it like last year, like freaking out and stuff. It is. It's annoying. You always want to win, but sometimes you're not the better team. Tennessee looks like the better team. And let's see, they're about to score right here. Oh, defense made a tackle. You can see that there's some still things here with the Florida Gators team that, it's left over from Dan Mullen's debacle and stuff. So, yeah. I mean, this wasn't going to be fixed overnight. Going into Tennessee, how Florida was playing. Listen, Anthony Richardson did make a mistake at the end of the drive or in the fourth quarter, gave up the ball. Something you don't want to see. But, I'm going to try to have a cooler head. I got frustrated during the game, but I was like, I got to keep thinking that, this is, I get there's bumps and bruises in the way. There's going to be bumps and bruises along the way. And this is just another bump in the road right now. So, let's see. Alex Compton, I don't know how to feel about this game. It's uneasy, but phew, defense left some glaring holes for Hendon Hooker to make wide open. And I mean wide open. Jesus, there were some receivers that were 20 yards wide open. If you go back and look, it's the guy I keep harping on. I don't know why he's out there. It's Trey Dean. Trey Dean is still, listen, Trey Dean is like a fifth or a 6 year senior. He knows better. He's not paying attention. He's not realizing that there's a guy in the slot that he's responsible for. I'm not sure. Looks like his man coverage. He just loses his man and lets him go right by. So, it's a these first four games we're gonna be very telling for me. But going 2-2, I said at the beginning I would take it. I said if Florida went 2-2, I would take it. Uh, you know, uh, and I'm taking it. It just the two teams that they lost to were the ones I was hoping they wouldn't lose to, because I always hate losing to SEC teams. So this is the second. Now Florida's 0-2 in the SEC, and it's annoying. You hate to see it, but this is part of the process. There were some things in this game that were a little uneasy for me. So that I was like, all right, I get. I still don't get why fans. I mean, I guess if you win, you want to do the other opposing teams chomp or whatever it is. It's definitely like I'm like, doesn't it make you look stupid? I guess, but I don't know. I mean, hey, listen, when you lose to someone 16 out of the last now 18 years, I guess it's frustrating. So you have to celebrate somehow. So, I mean, I'm glad they're happy, Uh, maybe put some wins together where it's not just one here and then wait another 20 years. Maybe you can, maybe it'll be a lot better. But Milton or I saw Milton, the backup quarterback for Tennessee. But in the second half, the Florida Gators really it started at the end of the first half. When the Florida offense really just didn't sustain that drive. It was 5 minutes left. I was like, listen, Florida, don't give them the ball back. Don't give them anything going into halftime. That's exactly what they did. I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but that play at the end of the first half where the offensive lineman just stood there. I'm pretty sure I'm going to guesstimate that they thought the defense jumped, so they backed off, or so they just stood there thinking they had a free play. Because some offenses do that. That's literally what it looked like. I'm hoping that's what that was. I'm hoping to get a better explanation. I want to get a better explanation out of Bill Napier why he ranted the way he did. And I know a lot of people are going to be coming in here AR is passing well. I think AR really did pass well. I think that he needed to be flawless. He needed to be perfect, sort of, and that fumble really just broke their back. It was that can't have it. And actually, play of the game. That's literally the play of the game. Anthony Richardson. I get the O line. Maybe it got blew up right there, but that play is designed to go outside, not inside, and the offensive line didn't make him fumble. He fumbled. So it was just a bad play. It is what it is. Salty about them doing the Gator chomp. Every team gets mocked when they lose. Uh, Always Florida though. It's always Florida. I just never understand. I never understand because I don't do it, and maybe it's just because there's another good pass. I don't want to do another team's answer that makes me think I'm a fan of them. I don't do the Florida State chop. I mock it for I think they waving at me, but no, I don't sit there and do like the Horned Frogs or whatever the other teams do. It's just weird to me. I've never understood it, but especially after beating them, you know, it's just weird. I don't know, and it's weird that somebody losing 16 out of the last 18 years. I guess it's just built up frustration that they haven't beat Florida in so long that maybe they have to do it then. So Marcus, what was that? Marcus Freeman. He's an LSU fan. Oh God, never mind. I see why you're mad. Let's see. 54 seconds left. It's not the end of the game yet. So Anthony Richardson has. Oh, that's Ty Bowman. Oh, I love to see it. Transfer, like it. That is Ty Bowman. Yep. Ty. I don't know how to do that middle name. Ty something Bowman. He was a walk. He came in as a walk on. That's awesome. So that was awesome. AR looked light years better. The upperclassmen on the defense need to go recruit better talent that is actually SEC caliber. Time to go with the young guys. Take our lumps. Larry Best. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm just watching the end of it. I just want to go on a post game because I got somewhere to go. Because I knew the game would be about 6:30. I about had it right there at 6:20, so Central Time. But I have places to go. I'm glad the game was at 2:30, not a night game. But like seeing Ty Bowman in the game. I guess they took out Henderson, but getting Bowman a catch, that was pretty cool. Oh, it looks like he's going to him again. Oh, nice throw to Pearsall. I like that throw. It's a little garbage time, but getting Anthony Richardson, get him some throws, get him some confidence for next week. So, but Anthony Richardson did throw the ball a heck of a lot better compared to the past previous weeks. So at least we're not Miami. Miami is in bad shape right now, man. I kept seeing that they were giving up. Shoot, it was Middle Tennessee. They were giving up like a 70-yard run pass, a 99-yard pass. Like holy cow, I was like, I know Florida's defense has not been great, but theirs is just as bad. Hey, ETN getting the ETN sighting. Like to see that. I, Man, I'm a huge fan of ETN. Huge fan of ETN. Oh, is there a hurt player? Injured player? Anthony Richardson ran 17 times for 62 yards. You know what? I felt like they ran the ball, 42 times, 141. I felt a lot of them went in the middle. I was wanting a lot more outside plays. It seemed like they were just testing the middle, testing the middle. Would have liked to see some stretch plays, some zone plays, but it just seemed like it was just inside zone a lot of times. So it was kind of annoying. But Trevor Etienne still really, I mean, he didn't catch a pass, so 9 touches. Would like to see more from him. Naquan Wright, I mean, they all rushed about the same. Montrell Johnson, I mean, there wasn't much rushing room. Tennessee did a really good job up front, stopping the run, but I felt like Florida was kind of trying to test that middle, instead of doing some run plays to the outside, when they ran Anthony Richardson to the outside, it actually worked. So yeah, that was kind of annoying to me. Maybe ETN gets a carry right here. I mean, you're not with 21 seconds left. You're not going to do much. Trips down at the bottom. Where's Bowman again? Now they got him out. They put in Henderson. I like to see Bowman in, but where's Marcus Burke? You know, I would like to see Marcus Burke as well. So ETN's out. Here we go. And pass to Pearsall. Touchdown. Touchdown, Pearsall. Like it. Like to see it. Just to make the score look a little better. Anybody understand why they went for 2 on that last touchdown? I did not get that. You know, you could say right here, this is where, you know, that going for it on 4th and 2, would it make a difference? You know, the gameplay probably would have been different. Tennessee would have probably played a little different, played a little rather than keeping that much time on the clock. So I don't know. I'm trying not to think about it because I was screaming, "Go for take the points." But Anthony Richardson passing a lot better. Do like to see it. Holy cow! And another non 2-point conversion. So that was crazy. That freaking dude leapt like 10 yards. Let's see this guy. Watch it. He tried to jump over ETN. That's what it was. He tried to jump over ETN. That's pretty crazy. Wow. So made no sense going for 2. That's what I thought too. I didn't understand that. As a dog fan, nothing to hang y'all's head about. A lot of people saw this as a 20-plus point game. Yeah, you know, I really do think, and I know Florida Gator fans are going to hate me saying this, I really think Tennessee is the better team, better overall team. You know, I mean, Josh Heupel's got them guys playing well. Yet last night, whenever I had my live video, I said, you know, Tennessee will win by 10. I said it was a lower scoring game, 27-17. You know, it's totally different than what my preseason prediction was. But of course, when you make a preseason prediction, you don't know how the team is going to respond, how they're going to play. Florida didn't, you know, they never gave up. Let's see. Oh, what is going on? 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 Oh my God! Oh my God! Florida just got the ball! What in the world? Florida just got the ball! What in the world? He snatched it with one hand! He just got the ball! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! The ball can't advance. That's Napier looking stupid right now. Unfortunately, I hate to say it because those two, you know, the going forward on 2-point conversion does look. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Now that looks stupid. Now, I mean, you got. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, these fans were over here gator chomping and everything. What? I mean, I wasn't expecting this, but what? I'm in my headphones right now, so I'm probably blaring out the speakers. I mean, 17 seconds is a lot. I mean, holy cow, no timeouts. Oh my God, just getting the ball back does make Napier now. I mean, unfortunately, it does look stupid that he went for those two-point conversions. Tennessee's so garbage. Marcus Freeman. That I mean, somebody did say Tennessee's going to lose in some kind of fashion. I mean, is there? There's no way, right? There's no way. I mean, come on. There's no way. I mean, they got it at midfield. Florida's got it at midfield. Oh my God. They have 11 seconds. Oh my God. No, it's not. You got to be kidding me! I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm gonna lose my shit if something happens. That's got to be. Oh, that sucks. Oh my god! I mean, I never thought they even had a chance. Oh, oh! They should have kicked field goal instead of being courteous. I said it too. Let's go! Let's go! Live reaction to the ending. This is awesome. Love college football. Oh, that's intercepted. He got pressured. You know what? Tennessee didn't do. I mean, now they got to celebrate. They were so close to giving that game to Florida. I don't. Oh my God, they're so like we were gonna lose again because we. That is bad though. That is bad that they about. I mean, but Billy Napier. I mean, they could gator chop all they want. But that's embarrassing at the end for Tennessee. My God. Nope. If he had to kick 2 extra points, he could have had the field goal. Yep. Yep. He looks dumb. He looks dumb now. 100%. Great onside kick, though. That was a great onside kick. Tennessee survives. They about gave that game away. Oh, I'd be going, let's just get out of here. We won. They about almost gave it away again. Coach Hardcore blew this. Yeah, you know what? Uh, you know, finally Tennessee wins after about 40 years. I don't like them, never will. We've took care of them for a lot of years. Tennessee finally got one. But I really blame this on the coach. I really blame this on the coach. 40, what was the final score? 38, 30, 38, 33. So if you took the points and Florida, you were good. Was it 10 and a half? So I think that's what everyone's wanting to know about. But no credit to Tennessee. Don't like them. Don't care. No, actually, Tennessee was the better team. That was just crazy at the end. I mean, Tennessee looked like the better team. Defensively, they look good. They made Anthony Richardson work. That ending stings so much. Yep, yeah, it does. But that Tennessee defense made Anthony Richardson work for what he had. I mean, that interception at the end, that's whatever. I mean, he was trying something. But that defense, made Anthony Richardson work all night. Had to make good throws. He had to make great throws. And Anthony Richardson did. He made some mistakes. The fumble. You go back and look. There was a lot of miscues for Florida. The Anthony Richardson fumble. At the end of the first half. It's just wow. And it turned out to be a 5-point game. I watched the game in a Tennessee sports bar. One of their drunk fans was ridiculing me as I left. But just because for Tennessee, it's like if Florida so beat Alabama, I would go insane because Florida has lost to Alabama year after year. It's just like it's frustrating. So I know the frustration for Tennessee fans. You lose to a team so long, year after year, it's frustrating. So it is what it is. But let's see, no reason to go for 2 points. It was so now you look at those two-point conversions. I didn't get it whenever he did it, and now it comes back. Look, Florida got the onside kick. Mihailuk can kick the ball, so now you're sitting there like, oh, that would have been interesting. So I'll say this: they shouldn't have that ranking in the new rankings. Vols did play, but they won't last for a top 10 team in my eyes. Yeah, I don't know about a top 10, but shoot, man, if you look around, who really is in the top 10 in college football? It's just like it's all over the place with these teams. They're ranking, and then they struggle against a team. So I don't know. I mean, they'll be in the top 10 for sure after this weekend. But Tennessee's a good team. I mean, they're the better team. That they really are. I mean, I joke all the time. I don't like Tennessee, but They were the better team. Went into, but I will say this: Florida played a really good game in Tennessee. Let's see some of the comments. Let me turn that down real quick. Haven't beat Alabama since 2008 SEC title game. So yeah, so I know the frustration like Tennessee fans have. So Tennessee fans, you're getting beat every year by Florida. I'm the same way when it comes to Alabama. Whenever Florida beats Alabama again, I'll probably go crazy as well. They don't have a chant to mock. I guess they have a big elephant. I never understand theirs. They're the roll tide, but they have an elephant. They're Alabama Crimson Tide. I don't know. Somebody tried to explain it to me, but then they got confused. But no, I'm not mad. Like last year, my post game reactions were like, put the bag over my head or something. But I know this is a process. It's annoying. I'm not gonna try to. You could always go coulda, shoulda, woulda. You know, I still don't understand why Billy Napier went for two the touchdown before. That really would have put. Could have gave Florida some maybe a field goal try at least. But yeah, good game, Vols. Darth Vader. It was a good game. If you're a college football fan, you enjoyed that game. I mean, I hated it because I was getting irritated, but not on Anthony. Not everything is on Anthony. The fumble in the red zone as a quarterback, he had that is on him. So I mean, I will say that fire Patrick Toney. I don't think anybody after 4 games should be fired, but I do think things need to be looked at and need to be addressed because Florida's now 0-2 in the SEC, but it's a rough 4 games for Florida. Three top ranked teams. Utah's still in the top 10. Tennessee's just outside the top 10. Kentucky, I think they're outside or they're inside the top 10. So it's like Florida's played good competition, guys. Went 1 of 2 out of those 3 games. You would like to go 2-1, but I mean, Florida still fought. They fought till the end. I'll get, man. It was interesting at the end. That was crazy. I'm sitting here doing a live, like, nah, I'll just, go ahead and start this early. But Tennessee about Tennessee that, and you know what I mean. Oh, there I saw Arian Foster. But that was crazy at the end. The fumble, yes, I agree. Unfortunately, I mean, because some people want to say that the offensive line, didn't block right. Listen, if you ever watch Remember the Titans, listen, the offensive line didn't make you fumble. He had it in his hand, got loose with it, and fumbled it away. And that could have been 6, that could have been 3, could have put him in a field goal position there at the end. So miscues, but it's not all on Anthony Richardson. Man, let me tell you something. That was the Anthony Richardson I have expected that I've seen. I've seen the potential, but I mean, he played a damn good game. I'm gonna give him credit there. Like I said, the fumble in the red zone, was on him, but he made some ridiculous throws. Pearsall, he made a ridiculous post corner or a flag route throw that was beautiful, and it was a great catch too. But Anthony Richardson, he was a little off here and there. You could see how the game flow was going. Once his confidence was lacking a little bit, he started getting a little high, a little low. But then once he started feeling it again, he got into a rhythm. And proud of the fight. I can't be mad. Like, I mean, I'm frustrated, but I can't be mad because the team never gave up. The team never gave up. It was a good Tennessee team because I don't get mad. So I expected Florida, unfortunately, to lose, but I can't be mad of the outcome because I don't believe in moral victories. Now, I'm not saying this is a moral victory. Florida lost. Before anybody says that, I never believe in moral victories, but I believe this is a bump in the road. Billy Napier gets a little bit of blame today, but again, he's growing in this Florida team as well. I'm trying to be as positive as I can because there are some positives to take away. I thought Billy Napier, his play calling was okay. I think a big thing in the game, whenever he got that 15-yard penalty, which it wasn't 15 yards, it was half the distance to the goal. It was about to be 3rd and goal for Tennessee. Well, then that flag gives him an automatic first down. Right there, he blew up in the second half whenever, hey, man, Tennessee is about to be third and goal. You don't, anything can happen on third and goal. And then if they don't get it, it'd be fourth and goal. But you give them a fresh set of downs, that's the kind of things that he needs to learn that, listen, blowing up didn't do anything. It hurt your team. So how can you blame Billy, bro? It was all defense. We could not stop a wet fart. Well, I'm just saying like some of the things. So simply, so like when it was about to be third down, he went berserk. Had to be held back by 4 or 5 guys. That's a bad look to me. If you want to chew out a ref, that's fine. But getting had to be held back or whatever. I mean, they were trying to review the play, and then that hurts your team because he hurt the team because that gave Tennessee a fresh set of downs instead of going on third down, and Tennessee, yes, they scored the next play, but it was first down, so they could run right up the middle and go ahead and and they got they got 4 chances at the middle rather than third down. That puts pressure on Tennessee. Maybe they don't run up the middle. Maybe they would have, ran outside, or maybe they would have ran outside. Florida could have stopped them. It was a big momentum swing, in my opinion. I think that is on, actually, I don't think. I know that's on Billy Napier for putting his team in a position. That puts your defense, who was already bad, you're giving them a fresh set of downs. That's on Billy Napier. And I don't. I mean, if you want to disagree, that's fine. But I felt like that was not a good look. And but he did call good plays. He did call here and there. He didn't go to too many wide receiver screens. I really think that helped out to not go into too many. So I'm not. Yeah, somebody said I'm not sad or mad. It's like I'm not. Honestly, it was a good game. It was a good game. That's why I'm like I'm not freaking out. I mean, I'm not saying fire anybody. The defense did play terrible. They played awful. But it's the defense is still working. I mean, the defense is still working from what it's, been like for the past 3 years, So missing assignments. Here's my thing. You can't say it's on a defensive coordinator when a player is not paying attention with who he's lined up on. That's just on the player. Sometimes just get Dean off my team, bro. That's who I'm literally talking about. Simply, it's literally who I'm talking about. You can't call that on the defensive coordinator because there's guys running free because it's a guy not paying attention to what he needs to do. Will he ever admit it? Probably not. But, when you got man coverage, it's your man. You let him go free. Like, I don't know what he's looking in the backfield for. I don't, those things kind of irritate me. But again, that's not Billy Napier's players. You're on the road. Billy Napier's never been on the road. So, it's, again, I don't believe in moral victories, but it's a bump. He's awful, bro. I'm sorry. It's a bump, but I'm like, I see it. I know other teams are going to make fun of like Tennessee doing the Gator chomp and all that stuff. I'm like, okay, I mean, you get mocked. That's fine. I'm like, I just never get it. But, I see the potential. I see the team. They didn't give up. And that's what people are saying right here. This UF team fought. We lost, no more victories, but I am confident in this loss when we beat Utah. Who you got between Tennessee and LSU? Tennessee. LSU, I get it's playing better, but Tennessee, man, that offense is good still. I get Florida was out of position on a lot of players, but man, that Tennessee offense it's good. Hendon Hooker, he's a good player. But Anthony Richardson and Hendon Hooker put on a show. I mean, tough loss for us. Hats off to Rocky Top. Absolutely. Dan Mullen would have been smiling and making excuses. Yeah, I mean, there's no excuses. You just got beat by a better team. Just let Kamari play over Dean. Building for next year anyways. That's exactly what's going on. That's what I want people to understand. Like, yes, I get frustrated. You see people wanting to, have this guy fired or this guy fired. I'm like, man, it's 4 games in. I want to see what the 12-game slate, bowl game, and see what it looks like before I want to see the progression throughout the season. So once again, Trey Dean has let me down. He's in Marco Wilson territory. I wouldn't even, I mean, Marco Wilson was still a 3rd round pick. I mean, there was something there. Trey Dean won't even be an undrafted free agent. I mean, he won't even get picked up by anybody. I mean, he's bad. Everyone knows that. You can see it. I mean, I had people texting me like, dude, who is zero on defense? I'm like, dude, that guy's been there for like 8 years. They're like, he's bad. I was like, yeah. They're like, does he know he's got a cover every now and then? I'm like, I think so. But it's let's see, Dan Mullen never lost to Tennessee, not with these players. I mean, it's still he didn't. Okay, he didn't. But he also went 5-6 whenever he left last year. I mean, he did give up like 50 something to Samford too. But I mean, Dan Mullen, the thing that got him fired was he stopped recruiting. A lot of people are, the short term, people are going to say, look, Dan Mullen looks good. Dan Mullen looks good. I don't want to look short term. I'm looking long term. I want the sustained success. I don't give a shit about, what somebody would have done in this short term. Dan Mullen would have had all of his players. Yeah, he wouldn't have beat this Tennessee team. He wouldn't have beat this Tennessee team. But, he also lost to Kentucky. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, Tennessee is, to me, is a better team than Kentucky. I said it even yesterday. But I mean, hats off to Tennessee. They played a really good game. They have, I mean, really good chemistry with their quarterback. And Tennessee was without their best, one of their better receivers. But it seemed like they had enough. Well, really, the guys were just wide open. The defense was making those receivers look really good. But Hendon Hooker is a really good quarterback. I knew that coming into the game. Knew him very well. I saw they had Joshua Dobbs on the sideline. He reminds me of him. But I'm not going to ask if you have red shorts on today. No need to respond. I don't. Look, I don't have red shorts. I have blue and black. But I did wear my Gator jersey. I wore my hat. I wore everything. It almost gave us some luck, though, there at the end. But Texas Tech beat Texas? Wow. Take that jersey off right now. Fishing football. Oh, man. You know what? I mean, I'm not mad. I'm not mad because I see the progression. We could lose like Missouri did today, and guy stretches out at the one and loses. Oh, he just lost the ball. He didn't even get hit. So fans know, everyone knows that this is a process. You go from Dan Mullen, who stopped recruiting. We were, in the 70s when Billy Napier took over. There was no, he stopped recruiting. Recruiting is the biggest thing in college football. And, that's kind of what happens is when you just, forget about recruiting the past 2 years, you're going to get this, this product. You gotta play, I guess, Dean. You got to play guys like, listen, Miami fans better not open their mouths the rest of the season. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you can see college football was crazy enough as it was today. Got 61 people in the live. Appreciate y'all checking it out. But if anybody's wondering if I'm gonna be throwing anything, I'm not doing that. Not doing that at all. At least you play Georgia at home, Jack Sucksville. But I really like the fight, but it shouldn't be when you have a quarterback like A.R. Blake. Let's see. When you have a quarterback like AR, I mean, think about AR though. AR was reeling the past couple of weeks. So, what changed? Billy Napier did something. So, I mean, something changed and maybe it was just a change of atmosphere where he's not playing in Florida. Now he's going, he went to Tennessee, but he played so much better. Is he getting used to the offense now? The offense still sputters a little bit. You can tell that, offensively, there's still, there's still something that's just out of whack. So, it just happens. I mean, Billy Napier's offense, I believe it's a little complex or a little more complex, but, I mean, maybe everyone's just still trying to get accustomed to it. So, I don't know. I liked what I saw, what I saw for the most part. I really, the fight, again, no moral victories, but I liked what I saw, other than the defense. The defense, I did see, Ventrell Miller was a big get back from last week. Huge turnover in the first quarter. He punched that ball out like he was Mike Tyson. He made a couple of big plays. Saw Shamar James get in there. Chris McClellan came up huge in the first half. His big presence. You know, I mean, I just looked at some of the true freshmen that I'm looking. I'm like, man, the future looks bright in some of these guys. So yeah, I mean, it's a process. That's all I can say. That's, let's see, man. Be proud you beat USF at home by 3. Damn, USF got beat 38-3 today by Louisville. See, the thing about football is, see, I just know like football, you can't just go, well, you beat this team by this much. You only beat them by 3 or something. That means you're gonna stomp them or whatever. Football is matchup based. If you're a bad matchup for that team, you might you might have not much success. Like Alabama, would they play Georgia Southern one year? Georgia Southern like ran 250, 280 yards against them because they ran like a triple option. Alabama's defense wasn't built for that. So like it could be a bad matchup base. So I mean, just because someone skull drags someone by 30, you only beat them by 3, it doesn't really mean much. It just means that matchup was rough for you. So Florida, USF had a mobile quarterback. That's the first time the Florida Gators saw that this year, and they struggled with that. And USF ran through them like nothing. But today I will say the offense really stepped up. But again, Florida can never have that collective game where it's the defense is playing so great and the offense is playing so great. I don't know why they are they are incapable of having a full game with the offense and defense. But the offense played well enough to win. The defense couldn't stop really much. So just can't line up defense and the offense efforts. Yeah, you can blame it on Patrick Toney all day. And, I've been, a little bit suspicious of him. I'm like, is he the guy? It's still unknown to me. But I can't blame the defensive coordinator because guys are not lining up on, or they're lining up on the guys, but they don't go with them in coverage. I can't blame that on the defense. I can't blame that on the coordinator. The coordinator can't be out there like telling these guys, pointing to them, hey, there's that guy right there. You got to go get him. I mean, it's frustrating because it's like, yes, some coaching, but they're still getting into it. But the players got to play. And defensively, a defensive coordinator can't make a guy, tackle. And again, Florida has struggled with that for the past couple of years with can't tackle. Let's see, too many open receivers and broken coverages. Is it broken coverage or is it just a guy just not going with his, just going with his man? Because 2 of the plays that I can remember, and there might be a third one, 2 was, one was a 70-yard catch, and then the other one was like a 50-yard or a 40-yard. It was the same guy. It was Trey Dean. Everyone knows who it is. It was number 0 on the defensive side. I know everyone keeps saying get 0 off the field. For Ziers is on the offensive side. He is 0, so I try to say Trey Dean instead of 0 because I don't want to be like, for Ziers is fine. But Miami is a basketball school. Gator Nation is just the beginning of something very special happening in Hogtown, Florida. Florida will get back to relevance. Go Gators. Trey Dean, appropriate number 0. Because 0 coverage. Like I said, guys, I'm not, actually, I guess now that it's after the game, you saw that Florida, got the onside kick. You're like, why go for the 2-point conversion? On the touchdown before, you could have gave your field goal kicker a chance. Yeah, there were things to look back on. I guarantee you, Billy Napier is going to apologize for that blow up on the sideline. I guarantee you he's going to do that. He's not going to make any excuses, and I felt like it was a really good game for any college football fan that loves college football. It's a really good game. I kind of knew Florida was it was going to be a pretty tough matchup against Tennessee at home in Tennessee. That stadium was loud. That's where really what I wanted to hear. That's why I didn't go live during the game. is man, I wanted to hear how loud that crowd was. Man, it was difficult. You saw that Anthony Richardson and the running back had to kind of direct the offensive line. So Naquan Wright was telling the offensive line, what coverages or what blocking schemes they needed to do. So it was loud in Rocky Top. It was super loud. My wife had to keep telling me to turn down the volume. I was like, it's down. I said they're just loud. Let's see. I said why go for two before the onside. Well, the onside they were still down by 5. So, but or are you talking about the for okay? I know which one you're talking about. The first onside. So yeah, I want to know the explanation. That onside kick was perfect. Man, that last one was awesome. Perfect bounce. How you want that kick? Um, you know, Mihalik, he tried to kick a 50-yarder today. Missed it, but man, it was so close. But I feel like Florida has a really good kicker, and it would have been interesting, not go for those two, go for the extra point and give Mihalik maybe a long field goal try again and try to tie it up. But it was definitely made it interesting at the end. You can see Tennessee fans, their face were like, oh shit. They were. I think the hype of this year is the worst. For Florida, I didn't know if there was much hype at all. I mean, a lot of people Shorter impressed me in this game. You know what? Now you say Shorter. I will say this. We all talk about this scare money, don't make money kind of thing. That 4th and 2, that 4th and 2, that I don't. It won't get talked about. But that 4th and 2, when Anthony Richardson did a freaking bomb to Justin Shorter, man, let me tell you something. That took some balls. Okay, big old balls. Man, they got that hurricane coming closer and closer to me. So the news popped up about a hurricane warning. Man, that thing keeps going over. Come on now, you go back the other way. Sorry, it just threw me off. Man, this thing's gonna be a 4? Oh heck no, but gonna be gone. That's the hurricane I don't want. I don't want an actual hurricane. I'll play the Miami Hurricanes, but I don't want an actual hurricane on me. Let's see. This was Anthony Richardson's best game of his career. I felt like it was. I mean, it wasn't flawless. I said he had to be perfect going to Fort Walton. Hey now, come on. Don't be saying that's where it's going to go. Damn, that thing is coming closer though. Man, y'all saw my live reaction to that. Damn it, man. Sorry, that threw me off for a second. That thing is getting closer and closer to me. Damn it. All right. I don't like that. That's a lot closer than what it was yesterday. Damn. I don't know. All right, let me talk sports. Let me get that out. Forget about that. I think we could win every game except Georgia. I think so too. Man, that's the thing. People are gonna go, oh, you suck. Dan Mullen would have done this. Man, this is like one of the hardest schedules to start the season for any team. I mean, you just played 3 ranked teams in 4 games. For a first-year head coach, for a quarterback finally getting, getting the start to start the season. I mean, AR did just fine. Or D needs to step up to play better. Yeah, I mean, he did great. I hate to say that, but he had to play perfect. The fumble hurt at the end, in the 4th quarter. That really did sting. But, man, other than that, I mean, he actually played very, very well. Let's see what his final stats are. I don't think it's completion percentage. Of course, he's going to have the 1 interception, but it was just a throw up at the end. Do you really call it? They're not really. It's whatever. But he was 24 of 44, 453 yards he threw for. 2 touchdowns. The 1 pick, but that was just at the end. That's whatever. But he ran for 17 for 62. He had over 500 yards total offense against the number 11th ranked team in the country. He was away. He was in Knoxville when he did this. I mean, that's pretty impressive. People say that, I don't know where that confidence was. I don't know what happened the past couple of weeks, but this is the guy I was expecting. This was the guy I was expecting using his legs. I think they used his legs enough to win the game. I think they utilized him the way they should. but 453 yards, and he had to work for it, guys. These guys weren't like wide open. You saw Tennessee's quarterback Hendon Hooker; he was throwing to wide open guys. Andy Richardson had to work for this, and look at Justin Shorter, 7 catches, 155 yards. My man Ricky Pearsall, the one I like, 5 catches for a buck 03. Xavier Henderson had 4 for 68. Keon Zipper was running through MFer's face. Okay, he had 3 for 62 for 1 touchdown. Trip Whittemore had 2 for 31. But guys, I mean, it was a good game. It was a good game. What can I say? Props to Tennessee. Hey, congrats to Tennessee. They finally got the victory over Florida. Uh, but hey, it is what it is. Oh yeah, I think Trask threw for 464 in a game. Um, it could have been, but man, this is a guy that people said that can't throw. This is a guy that people said that can't throw. So Florida just played 3 basically top 10 teams in 4 games. People might say AR had garbage time stats, but in a game like this, there isn't garbage time. Couple drop passes, but he was off on a few. He was high on a couple. That's why it's 24-44. But man, for the most part, this is a guy that still, he was lacking. Think about this. His confidence was shot the past 2 games. Was shot. And then he puts up 400 yards, over 500 yards of total offense. That's a bounce back. And, it's only going to be easier. Like I said, someone said it. There's only one game that Florida's not going to be probably favored in. It's going to be the Georgia game. So now, I like what I've seen. Went 2-2 the first 4 games. I knew how important these first 4 games were. Going 2-2, it stings a little bit, but I think the rest of the season, you got eight more games. I feel very confident that the Florida Gators can go 7-1 in the next in the rest of the season. So if they can go 9-3, because Texas A&M, I'm not really too worried about them right now. But the only team is Georgia, that you got to worry about. So, but I like what I saw tonight. I was frustrated, of course. That's why I didn't want to. I'm glad I didn't do it live, because I'm frustrated. But then I have to think in the back of my mind, like, all right, Florida's still trying to get all their shit together. They're still trying to get everything together. So, but I'm proud of how Anthony Richardson played. He responded after 2 rough weeks, and he knew how bad he played in the Kentucky game. He gave a press conference. He said he didn't give his team a chance to win. He gave his team a chance to win. Quarterbacks are going to make mistakes here and there. The one, mistake they had, the fumble. But, I don't know if you could do much with what the defense was giving up for Florida. Florida gave Tennessee whatever on offense. Tennessee was giving everything. Let's see. Going for 2 points the first time was dumb. Yes, it was. I didn't understand it the first time. I didn't understand it at all. Can't overlook FSU. I don't know. I just feel like I know that, but I don't know. I'm always confident against FSU. I have no idea why. Probably because half my family's FSU fans. I just want to beat them. Florida has to go to College Station. You saw what A&M did against Bama in College Station last year. Yeah, I just see that A&M is just they're not that. I don't know. They just don't seem as dominant. They made a quarterback change, Max Johnson. They barely beat Miami. Look at Miami right now. They're struggling against Middle Tennessee State. I don't even know if that game is over with. Last time I looked, it wasn't. And look at Arkansas right now. Arkansas is beating Texas A&M 14-0. So Arkansas is a good team, though. Arkansas is a good team. I can't knock them, though. I didn't get to see the ending score of Miami. Miami lost. I don't know how bad. 45-31. Texas A&M struggled with them, but now Texas A&M's losing to Arkansas 14-0. So, I'm not too worried about Texas A&M right now. That's a team that I'm not too. I was at the beginning, but okay, now that I've seen, once I started seeing the season play out, the first 2 games, and after the Tennessee played Pitt, I was like, okay, I'm more nervous about Tennessee than I am about Texas A&M. So, Florida State, to me, they've got 3 games, but they've really, they play Louisville. Okay, it's Louisville. We struggled against USF. Louisville beat them by a lot, but it's like people will look at that like Florida State's going to demolish y'all. Again, matchup base. I feel like Florida State does have running quarterback Jordan Travis, but Florida got after Florida State last year. I think they'll get after them again this year, so I'm not too worried about that. Middle Tennessee had 4 21-point lead throughout against Miami. Yeah, so again, guys, I mean, Travis is hurt. I know my brother told me that he was playing or he wasn't hurt. So that Rodemaker guy looked better than me. That's the reason why they won that game because Jordan Travis got hurt. They brought in that Rodemaker guy. He was slinging it. But yeah, I mean, it's like I said. Let's see. Do you think the game will be canceled next week because of the hurricane? Now, I don't know. It's getting closer. Like it's shifting more to the west. And man, I might be out of here myself. That thing might be a 4. Man, old Blake don't play around with hurricanes, actual hurricanes. With actual hurricanes, I don't play with them. So we have to hit that portal hard this offseason. Yeah, transfer portal is made to fill up holes. You can see Florida's got some holes in some places, and especially on the defensive side. But Florida just cannot get the offense and defense working collectively together. If they could put a whole game together, it it would be beautiful to watch, but just cannot do it. Let's see. Walmart won't close for hurricanes or pandemics. If they do, that's when you need to be scared. Always, if you're in Florida, wherever you're on the Gulf Coast, Jim Cantori is the guy. Wherever he's at, if he's even remotely close to me, I'm gone. Jim Cantori is a hurricane magnet. So, oh my God, who we got next week? Let's check that out because I was so focused on the first 4 games that I kind of didn't worry about the first 4. Okay, it's Eastern Washington. Okay, I couldn't remember if it was Missouri or Eastern Washington. Okay, so now the next 3 games, Eastern Washington, Missouri, LSU, time to be determined. It is in Florida, or the LSU game. Actually, the next 3 games are all in Florida. So, like the chances there on all 3 of them. And then, of course, get a bye, go play the Georgia Bulldogs. That's going to be an interesting game. Texas A&M, then South Carolina, Vanderbilt, and then Florida State to end the season. I mean, of course, the schedule gets a lot easier now. Not liking the chances with LSU, really? I don't know. I'm okay with it, especially it's at home. So I'm okay with it. Did LSU win today? Let's see. They're playing New Mexico. So they're up 10-0 on New Mexico. I don't know. I mean, they're still trying to figure out their quarterback. They got Jaden Daniels. I don't know. I'm not too worried about them right now. Let's see. Let's see, OSU. I'm looking at other games today. Hey, Alabama's beating Vanderbilt 7-3 only. That's interesting. Vanderbilt just kicked a field goal. So Vanderbilt, come on, get the upset, Vanderbilt. I doubt it, but that's not happening. But let's see. Oh, let's look at some more comments real quick, and then I do got to go. That might have been Ivan, or we talking about next week may cancel. A hurricane hit on Thursday. I was 12 during I think Katrina. Not liking the chances with LSU. That might have been Ivan. I was in high school when Ivan hit. Man, that thing did some damage. Having Ventrell Miller in the game is huge. He was huge. He was a huge get back for Florida. He was a big contributor in this game. So let's see. Vanderbilt, you funny man, Blake. I know. It was just wishful thinking. They're probably going to blow them out by like 30. So Alabama move. So then last year is very beatable or more beatable. So Glenn Hartley is your biggest fan, Blake. Glenn Hartley is he's let's see. I haven't seen him in here. I don't see him in here. At least I haven't seen him for at least a hurricane party at my house. Man, I hope that thing don't come too much closer. So I mean, I got things to move. And then it's gonna be fun after because that's where my real work starts. Man, if a hurricane hits, Man, I'm gonna be busy for 18-hour days, 7 days a week. Let's see. With that defense, I'm afraid of everyone on your schedule. You know what? I can't argue that. I mean, I can't argue that, but I feel like Florida did play some really, really good competition. Tennessee has a really good offense. Kentucky had a good offense. Utah has a good offense. It just I can't say nothing about USF. I'm gonna leave that one alone. Uh, but played three really good offenses and three really good teams, and that defense hopefully can get their crap together. But Bryce Young has a noodle arm too. I don't know. I don't know. I feel better than the after the Kentucky and USF game. I feel better after this game. It just I hope they can get some consistency, some sustainability because Billy Napier preaches sustained success. Man, we got to find that success. But sit Trey Dean, and we might have a chance. Well, I'm going to end it with that. I do got to go. I believe my wife is waiting on me. I probably went on this live a little longer than I was hoping, but I'm going to get going. I feel way better than I did when we played UK. I do too, Mr. Wiggs. I do too. But hey, guys, listen, I'm not mad. I'm not throwing anything today. So I'm okay with it. Great show, Blake. Hey, thanks, Mr. Wiggs. See, at least y'all can leave if the hurricane comes near you. I can't. I work in a nursing home. Ooh, I'd have to take my meds as well. Oh man, I work government and I work road debris. So when it hits, I gotta be coming in, getting all that stuff off the road. So that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. But I love working outside. So let's see, subbing. Hey man, Brian Bros. Hey man, appreciate you subscribing to the channel. Thank you. Thanks. Have a great weekend. Hey y'all too. I might make another video here and there, but really, man, this game is not. Yes, you lost, but not all losses are that terrible. I saw that there was confidence in Anthony Richardson going forward. Hopefully, he can improve on that. Maybe he can, take this game and go, man, I just put up 500 yards of offense. I can do this every week. He just went toe to toe on the road against Tennessee, a top 10 team. Man, I like what I saw tonight going forward and for the future. I do think Anthony Richardson, unless he just shows out the rest of the year, I think he'll be coming back. So, because I think he needs to for his development. But I like what I saw tonight for the most part. Frustrating ending. And Trisha Rushing, thank you for subscribing. Thank you, Trisha Rushing. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Thanks, Go Gators. Hey, I can't pose karate. But, hey, man, it was, hey, I'll take it. Florida looks so much better. I really thought they were going to get blown out. I'm not going to lie. I really did. But they fought. And listen, guys, I love the fight to the end. Love how they fight. So, but hey, as always, I appreciate y'all watching this channel. Don't forget to hit the like button. Appreciate for the people who are subscribing to the channel. And y'all have a great time. And if y'all live in Florida, check out that hurricane. It's doing some movement. So I'm definitely going to be watching it now. It just popped up earlier. So I appreciate it. Y'all have a great night and have a great weekend.